with the Public Meetings Act. Notification and publication have been posted in the Asbury Park Press and posted on municipal bulletin. Please stand.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference.
Pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call.
Councilpersons Graichen.
Here.
Mazzanti. Smith.
Here.
Polhemus.
Here.
DiGuilio.
Here.
Carbone.
Here.
Approval of minutes for July 18th, 2018. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion.
Roll call.
Councilpersons Graichen.
Yes.
Mazzanti.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Polhemus. DiGuilio.
Yes. Yes.
Resolutions by consent. Chris?
Resolution number 18-193 is a resolution of the Borough of Seaside Heights, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the payment of bills in the amount of $3,038,481.02. Resolution number 18-194 is a resolution appointing temporary seasonal employees for the Borough of Seaside Heights. This would be for public works, lifeguards, and if there was sanitation. Resolution number 18-195 is a resolution appointing Class 1 Special Law Enforcement officers. Resolution number 18-196 authorizes the execution of a shared services agreement with the County of Ocean for improvements to parking lot areas along Central Avenue. What this is about, is public reference, is the county is going to be paving Central Avenue in the fall, approximately fall. Borough's going to take advantage of that improvement program to do some of the high priority parking areas that are the borough's responsibility, but they're located on Central Avenue. The county wasn't going to do any of those as part of their plan because they feel the county uses the parking meters and kiosks. So we had the engineer prioritize them and came up with certain sections that are going to get done as part of this program that the borough. Resolution number 18-197, a resolution approving an unpaid leave of absence for Deborah Shimolo, the person of the police department. Resolution number 18-198, a resolution amending the 2018 temporary operating budget to adopt an emergency temporary operating budget pursuant to NJSA 48-20. This is the 10th one so far in calendar year 2018. We still haven't heard about our transitional aid application, so until then we can't adopt the budget. Resolution number 18-199, a resolution that authorizes the execution of a memorandum of understanding with an organization called the National Resource Network to develop initiatives to identify opportunities to reduce fiscal liabilities and increase the effectiveness and efficiency of municipal government. In other words, what it means is the state through DCA, which is the state agency that is looking at our transitional aid application, viewing our rateable loss and kind of feeling that it's going to be around with us as a problem for at least a few years. Strongly encourage us to participate in this program. The end result is we were approved for an assessment. They came in and assessed us in terms of the financial status of the borough, some of our problems, and they came up with two things they're going to offer us. One is they're going to offer us consultants to work with us on a 5-year budget, looking at revenues, forecast revenues and expenses. And the other thing is an assessment of our housing stock, because the assessment committee that came in from all over the country determined through interviews with different people in town that poor housing stock in the town is holding us back in many ways in terms of economic development and things of that nature. The boroughs would pay, either the borough or the states could be on the hook to pay 25% of it, and that would be about $37,000. We're going to request the state pick up that share, but we would be on the hook for it. Like I said, DCA strongly encouraged this.
But the other 75% is paid by?
By they're a National Resource Network, and they are funded through a national foundation, somebody that left a lot of money for this kind of purpose. There's two more resolutions, but they have a separate vote.
So,
Ordinance of the Borough of Seaside Heights, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing the Borough Code of the Borough of Seaside Heights so as to amend Chapter 101 entitled Garbage Solid Waste Disposal, so as to alter Section 107-6 entitled Containers to supplement the borough's garbage bag and can rule. This ordinance was amended from a previous introduced ordinance a couple meetings ago, that would require that all trash preparation to be picked up by the Department of Public Works has to be in trash bags contained in trash cans with lids or covers, and the cans can't exceed 35 gallons.
at this point, anyone in the audience that'd like to speak, please come up, sir, say your name and address.
My name is Thaddeus Kovalars. My condo is on 28 Sansonet, Unit B. Now, first, I have a question, and then I might follow it by some comments. I don't think I have to explain or elaborate on how intense the wind can be sometimes here in Seaside Heights. And after losing my second barrel over a 12-month period after buying it, I decided it has to be a better way to do this rather than just put out the barrel in the garbage. And I discovered that the contractor's black bags fit my barrels perfectly, and it's a very expedient way of delivering it to the curb. They wheel it there, pull it out, leave it at the curb, and go back. I think even the garbage men would prefer that rather than going twice to pick up the barrels and moving them. I would like to determine whether I can still continue doing that, because that's very important to me.
I think what you're saying is what we're asking you to do. You're taking your bags, placing them in a garbage can.
No, the bag is in, I have a liner, which is a contractor's bag. It's a very big bag.
But you put it
Yeah, I put it in
individually.
there, and I
Right.
throw all the garbage
Yeah.
into that, wheel it to the curb, tie it, and put it out on the curb.
But it's
But I take
individual.
my barrel back in order to secure it to the
Oh,
fence and not lose
okay, in
it.
this case, you have to leave your barrel there.
Then I think that's unfair. I mean, what do I have to do? Keep buying more and more barrels? Perhaps if you could do something else, if you allow me, say, to tie a bungee cord around it, tie it to one of the trees in front of the property, and then have the garbage men, after they take the barrel out, to retie it, the top in there. I mean, something like that has to be done, otherwise I'll just keep buying barrels.
Does anyone-
And that's really unfair.
Do anyone from the council like to address that?
I mean, you could, you guys can't put your address on it, paint your
Yeah,
address
but
on
then
it.
it
so-
disappears. Will the police go and find it for me? I mean, the wind has blown away 2 of them already. And since that time, I've had my third one and continue to have it because I have this procedure. that I
Perhaps if you could
prescribe.
explain why this ordinance was written with the bags being disarrayed, birds coming
No,
in.
it's neatly tied and it sits on a
But one of the
curb, but
reasons
it's
it's
out of
concerned-
it's pulled out of my,
Right, but one of the
pail.
concern, not one, the residents' concern were to have bags, be it white or black, birds
I
get it.
haven't done that.
No, not you, we're not saying you did.
Okay.
The concerns why we changed it was because it gets all over the street and you have garbage all over the street. That's what the purpose of the cans were.
Okay, what if these, and I tie it securely, I've never had it open, I double knot it, so that all the garbage man has to do is pick up that black bag that contains.
The concern from the public why we changed it was because animals, be it cats, dogs, birds, were coming, destroying the bags, and the garbage was all over.
I've never had that done to me.
Sir, I understand that your particular circumstance and that you're very careful, you're using the heavy liners and you have not
Yes.
had that experience. But it is an ordinance of general application for everyone in the borough, and it has been a repeated problem, not on your property, but throughout the borough, that the plastic bags have been destroyed and then therefore the garbage inside has been all over the streets. So the ordinance is addressed to that general problem, and it's a general solution. I understand that it may not fit in with your particular experience, but it is reflective of the experience of the town overall.
Then I appeal to the council to give some consideration to losing garbage pails.
Can you tie your garbage pail to the pole, or can you put
Yes,
a new?
yeah, I
tie
can
your
tell you,
garbage
but
pail there? That's
the
fine.
tops also go off. What I have is, as a matter of fact, I have it to my fence now. I have a bungee cord that goes over the top and onto it. But I ask that after the garbage men take out the bag, to retie it so it stays there and then I can recover it. An addendum like that, I think would be appropriate in order to safeguard these bags.
You don't have to untie it, they can pull the bag.
Right, you know what?
If they leave it alone, then it'll disappear.
No, but if you tie it to your fence or the tree, you put a bungee cord on it, when the garbage men come down, they know you only have the bag in there, they won't take the can. They'll just open it up, take the bag out, and leave it tied to
But
your.
I have to secure both the top, the lid, and the.
They have garbage bills that have lids that secure.
Yes, I have a lid, and what I do to my fence, and I think that could be done with a tree, is I have the bungee cord go over the top and onto the handle, and it holds the top and handle together securely.
What if
They
we
would
got a
have to-
RoboCam?
They would have to undo that, pull out the bag, and then redo it, so I don't lose the cover, the lid, nor the bag, nor the garbage pail. And I think it's really unfair for you to impose an ordinance that has this problem of losing garbage pails continue. I mean, if the police will go and try to recover it, I'll put my name and address on it, then that's another possible remedy.
I'd like to suggest to you first, putting your address on it,
Yeah.
putting your imprinted on it.
But-
And if this happens, we have an excellent superintendent of public works. If it's missing, call Public Works, I'm sure he'll assist you in locating it.
That might be a wishful thinking on my part. I'm asking the council to reconsider this and add an amendment to put in a way that your garbage pails and their lids can be protected. That's what I'm asking. I think that's only fair to your constituency to do something like that.
We're gonna,
This ordinance is lacking.
what we're gonna do now is, we're gonna vote on it, and the council,
I suggest you table it and have a committee meeting to think of ways and means to protect the guard. That's what I encourage you to do, to table this.
thank you.
Please. Thank you.
Your name and address again, sir?
20.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
My name is Frank Shafia. I live in Conjo. I own 8 condominiums on Fremont Avenue that are rented out. And I have a similar concern that, you know, I'm constantly buying garbage cans, and every once in a while, there's something extra that has to be put in a plastic bag. Today, I was speaking with an agent of the town who told me that this new law will come with a zero tolerance policy, meaning if one of my tenants puts something in a plastic bag, I'm getting a $200 fine, no warning, no nothing.
Well, first of all,
Is that accurate?
yes, it's accurate, yet there will be a time period. If this is approved tonight, there'll be a time period, notification will be sent out to every property owner in town, and in your case, 8 units. Then it'd be your responsibility to contact your tenants, because they're the ones that you're letting take the garbage out, correct? You're not bringing it out yourself. Then you have to enforce it with your tenants. So there has to be some authority from you to your tenants saying, hey, you gotta do this right.
I understand that, and I'm trying to be reasonable about things, but what kind of concerns me is, you know, zero tolerance, no warning.
I don't know where you
Over-
heard that from, but of course,
Over a garbage pail.
let me tell you right now.
I wanna make sure
I don't wanna,
understand this.
stop,
Yeah.
I wanna stop you. Louis jumped in, Harry
Doesn't
jumped
say that in
in.
the ordinance.
Well, first of all, I wanna tell you,
Well, that's
I
what-
have
that's
it
what
right
want
here.
to question.
I have it right here, give me a minute, I have it right here. I'm gonna show you how zero tolerance is. There is no zero tolerance. There will be, but right now, we've had the code enforcement office. This is our first report, Harry and Louis, please join me, that we've ever received, because we're going to enforce not only garbage, we're gonna enforce code and housing and everything else. This is what they gave us. No, there's nothing, I disagree with this, sir. There's nothing wrong with enforcing code for people that continually violate the statutes.
Well, continually violating.
Continue, and that's what I'm saying.
Leaves
So
no
don't,
room for zero tolerance.
but
Zero
I don't know where you
tolerance.
got zero tolerance. First
That's
of all,
why
there's
I'm
gonna be
here.
letters sent out. There's
Okay.
gonna, and there has been warnings. I'll be just one.
Well, if there's a warning, then
There
there's
it
some
is. There's
tolerance.
some that just came out. This is just for the garbage. These are warnings. They're not issued tickets. Now, if this person does it continuous, guess what? They're gonna get a ticket.
Well, that's not zero tolerance.
No, that's what I'm
Nobody said
saying.
that. Somebody told you that.
Somebody told you that. They're
Whoever
wrong.
told you that is in charge of code enforcement.
Well, if they tell you that, he gave us a
So,
beautiful
I-
report
I
that's telling us
also-
the opposite.
I also failed an inspection, you know, over a rental property over something that was so minuscule, it was really idiotic. And I was told again, like, there's no more tolerance for this, there's no more, hey, can you fix that, you know, like.
There's always going to be an opportunity for me or you or any citizen, if we have a violation, I have a violation, I don't own property, I just have my own house. If I have properties and my ceiling's cracking, I have an opportunity to fix that. So you're not going to just say, here's a ticket, fix it. Now, if you don't fix it, because if it's a health safety issue, then you have to get a ticket. But you'll have time to repair things.
Okay. Okay, I understand what you're saying. It's a little different than the way I heard.
Well, I will ask the two committee people, Harry and Louis, to talk to Kenny tomorrow.
You know, like I said, because I was told, like, you know, every
But
time
again,
one
I'm
of my tenant puts a
gonna
garbage
repeat
can out
myself
there.
again, Frank. If you, I'm saying you, anyone, continues to violate the same thing over and over, why shouldn't we get a ticket?
I'm not opposed to giving a ticket if someone continually violates.
Right, that's what we're saying.
My issue is my issue is the way it was explained to me, not by you, but by Kenny and some others, was, you know, look out, one of your tenants makes one little mistake, you're getting a $200 fine,
And eventually,
no warning.
you'll
no
get a
nothing,
warning,
and that's gonna
but
be
if it happens
somewhat
again,
adversarial.
if it happens again, you're gonna get a ticket. You'll get a warning, but the second time, the third time, the fourth time, and that's gonna be a responsibility you have, Frank, to talk to your tenants and say, listen, I'm not paying these fines, I'll take it out of here, whatever, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Chris Saving, 13 Boulevard, a suggestion of a garbage problem, and no one's gotta worry about their can, because everyone will have the same can, and they'll have a lid. There's some type of robo can like Tom's River has.
Absolutely right.
You could even buy those cans at Home Depot. I know I use those cans at Seaside because my cans have blown away, so it has the lid.
We talked
Attached
about
to
that,
it, and
Chris,
it's heavy.
we've talked about that, and that's probably
Spray
what,
painted.
well,
It's
at
always
this
down the
point,
street. If it doesn't
Louis, I
make
know
it happen.
you're the most versed in this, and tell me when I'm wrong, please.
Yeah.
To do those robo cans, we need a specialized truck.
I think they add an attachment now. I've
Yeah,
seen
they
it.
did.
No, that's true.
That's true, but we need a specialized truck.
We've received, Billy went ahead and got some pricing on that stuff.
So we are actually looking at your suggestion, but that may be a year away.
Got it. Go ahead.
But we are looking at that suggestion.
Sounds good.
He priced the piece for the trucks, and he also priced the barrels. So we've got that far along in the process, so,
But that eliminates a lot
Yeah,
of people's
no,
concerns, because
we're-
now you don't have a different garbage can to lay it back down.
Everybody's got it.
And now everyone's got the same can.
And it's like the recycling can.
Exactly, and we
Exactly.
should go to that one too, so this way.
Again,
because,
we're
by the
looking
way,
at it.
Every morning, on the corner of the Boulevard and DuPont, I pick up a white garbage bag, I know whose it is, that they leave on the corner every day, there's, as if there was a garbage can there, and I take it, and I walk it behind my store and throw out my garbage. I know
That's because you're.
I know who the culprit is.
That's because you're a good citizen.
But, yeah.
But if the culprit gets caught, guess what? He's not gonna get.
But how are they gonna catch that person that's just on the corner, right in the corner?
If it's somebody that's doing it every day, and Peter's got his Super 8 now, what is it, Peter?
No, it's an iPhone 8 Plus, but it has tons of memory. So.
Okay, any concerns about this particular ordinance with the garbage? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second? Roll call.
Councilpersons Graichen. Yes. Mazzanti.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Polhemus. DiGiulio.
Yes.
Carbone.
Yes.
Approvals.
first one is the National Chrysler Products Club, New Jersey Shore Region Chapter, is requesting permission to do a car show north of Avon by Storage on August 7th. And the second one is a 2019 event, Sand Soccer Storm. They've already put in their application to do their annual soccer tournament on the beach next June on the 15th and 16th. That's about it, just two.
Are there any public comment on the approvals for these two events? Hearing none, a motion?
Make a motion.
Roll call?
Councilperson Graichen. Yes. Mazzanti. Smith.
Yes.
Polhemus. DiGiulio.
Yes.
Carbone.
Yes.
This is the time of the evening where we ask the public if they have any concerns, issues to share with us. Please come up as we address you, address the council with your name and address. Peter?
Still technology. Anyhow, Mayor and Council, I came up not to speak for me, it's from Mr. Sunderman, Mr. John Sunderman. He had a good suggestion that, and I said, I'm going to the meeting, I'll give the suggestion. And he said, that maybe Seaside Heights should do like an ordinance or whatever banning the plastic straws, that's the way of the future, and replace them with paper straws. Maybe it would be good publicity for the town.
Again, many municipalities are doing that, and I'm not against it, but I have to be perfectly honest with you.
I don't like the paper straws
No,
either.
no, I'm not gonna, we can do that. I really don't have the time for it. I got
Sure.
pressing issues.
Oh, okay.
I'm not criticizing John, because John's a good friend of mine, you're a friend of mine. What I'm saying is, other towns are doing it, it's environmental, I agree with all of it, but time is of essence. We've got bigger problems
Oh, I agree with you.
than straws in a business situation, plastic forks, and so forth. I'm not against it, but I really don't have time unless some member of council would like to take this initiative and go for it.
I've been washing my plastic forks and saving my things. And I wanted to say before the night is through that Councilman Smith made me get garbage bags with lids on them. Thank you very much. Okay, all right.
All I wanna know
and
is
they're
that-
labeled.
all I wanna know is
and
that
I
you
might
paid for
lose
it.
them.
Here's the question.
Oh, I paid for them.
Well,
actually,
that's no
but-
good.
Yeah.
That's no good, Peter, if you paid for it.
Well, he put his foot down and was demanding.
Okay.
So, okay, all right. Thank you.
Peter,
Chris.
I try and use paper straws at the beach corner.
I just wanted to know how we were working out with.
Excuse me, Dan, I'm smiling. Don't write that comment. You'll have me mayor against plastic. Go ahead.
I wanted to know how we were doing with adopting a newer and stricter code ordinances for the town.
Right. We have a suggestion, a recommendation from our attorney's firm. I've asked council to review it. I've reviewed it. I'm going to meet 2 and 2 as I've done in the past. And within the next 2 weeks, we will look at it. They will give me their recommendations, good, bad, and different. At that time, we'll give it back to the firm. If there's changes in it, if not, we will present it and let the public know what we're doing with that rental.
Is that just for rentals? Because how about just for regular just code violations, painting?
No,
you know,
that's in the
maintenance
books
on a
already.
house?
That's in the books. We're looking at, Chris, you want to explain a little better than me? Go ahead.
I'm working on it, Chris.
No, I always ask you. So.
It's probably gonna be a fall project.
Just because, I mean, I walk the town every morning, Lou sees me. Yeah, and there's Rabels is obviously our biggest problem right now. I think it's the first thing, our first step in the right direction. There's some properties that you look around. It's
And
like,
again,
I don't
as
know how they're
I just said to
habitable,
Frank,
because they're not habitable from the outside.
it's all correlated. Enforcement, yes, first recommendation, but we've got the state coming in now. We approved this memorandum of agreement where they're gonna assist us. These are all positive things, but it's not gonna be a one-day deal. This is going to be over a period of time. But if we do it right, we will see in the next years to come a great deal of improvement in our community.
And you've seen in other towns, when people start to improve things, other neighbors around you start taking care of their things more. And we're a beach resort, this place should look like the real Taj.
Thanks, Chris. Anyone else? Please come up.
Bernadette Hillway, Patrician Arms, 1601 Boulevard. First of all, I just want to say thank you to anyone that was involved, and especially Kenny Roberts, on cleaning up the CVS. They were doing a really nice job the past couple days, and I hope that they continue around the other side, but it really was an eyesore. It's looking very nice.
They were very cooperative when we spoke to them.
I think I've told you, I was a year and a half, and I got nowhere until I start complaining to Kenny and the council, so thank you.
You're welcome.
I also want to say thank you. I noticed they're very diligent about checking the coolers, going on the beach, and I think that's a good thing. And I have a question. I was wondering if we have any updates on a few items that I spoke about last time, such as the post light on our corner of Herring and Boulevard.
There's a work order.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. And anything on the paving of that?
That's Dewey Avenue, that's Tom's River.
On the side of our condo, it's Seaside. I think that's the problem there, because half of the block is Seaside and half is Ortley. And I don't even care about the Ortley side. But when you go to cross our street and you take a look at what's on the...
Okay, I know where Patricia Arms is. Are we talking on the corner of the boulevard, or are we talking north of
Yes,
it?
on the boulevard. If you went to, I was gonna cross the
That's
street.
Seaside Heights then?
Yes.
Okay. Louis, would
When
you-
they redid the boulevard with the lights and the pavers and stuff, that's where they stopped. At about maybe, I don't know, 30 feet from the corner, I guess. I'd have to measure it, but that's where the engineers at that time stopped. And I
They
think
stopped
she's talking
across-
about the next section.
They
to
stopped
Ormley Beach.
across the street from us on the corner of Boulevard and Herring, but the other side where the Corrine is. So after the Corrine, it's like, we're forgotten about.
Chris, would you ask Billy Rambola tomorrow or the next day to go down and just observe this particular problem and get it back to us? So you lost me when you said in between. I thought you were talking between your building and going north
No.
and Dewey.
No.
You're talking on a boulevard.
Exactly. And the whole boulevard looks very nice until you get to the corner of our building, and it's,
It could be, I don't know, I don't want to give you an answer.
Yeah.
But we'll look into the next couple of days. Billy Rambola is very good at that.
okay, awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
9 by 27 Lincoln Avenue. I brought this up several years ago when John Camera was still here. And I noticed that you're talking about some repairs in sidewalks on Central Avenue. I brought the issue up about Lincoln Avenue, that first block. The borough replaced all the sidewalks. Some of them are fine. Some of them are terrible. They just chop them up and they're ragged. It's just a very poor repair job and replacement of sidewalks. And frankly, if the borough didn't do it, if you accepted that and approved that, you should be arrested.
When was that done, Don?
I don't know. It's a number of years ago.
10 years ago, 15?
Probably 12, 15 years ago. But they did it. You guys did a terrible job on that. You just broke it up. You got ragged lines there. You don't have it. It's not clean. Some of it's cracking, falling apart. Part of my house, not bad.
I mean, I'm not mistaken, but when they did Lincoln Avenue way back then, they didn't replace all the sidewalks. They only did ones, I think, that were in bad shape. I'm thinking that's why it wasn't all new.
Why did we do it as a?
Lincoln is one of our streets.
Yeah, but he's talking sidewalks.
Sidewalks are usually the homeowner's responsibility.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe we did the curbs when they redid this, when they repaved it. Maybe, yeah, that's right, we wouldn't have done the sidewalks.
So that's a code enforcement.
Because my sidewalk is brand new.
You know, when they widened the street, that was 30 years ago. They did sidewalks then. I don't
Go
know.
down and just walk the sidewalk, and, look at it. It looks terrible.
Again, to my knowledge, and I'm only talking about me, when I had to redo my sidewalk, because I had to redo it from the storm, it was my responsibility to do the sidewalk. That's the owner of it. Even though I don't own that, the town owns it, but it's my responsibility as a property owner.
I appreciate that, but the borough did.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
The borough replaced it, and they did a terrible
I don't know why they
job.
did it, we'll find out.
They did a terrible
We'll
job.
send somebody up.
Are you gonna have this discussion on the other items that are on the agenda?
There is nothing else. There is nothing else. That's it.
You're talking about the rental ordinance?
No. I said, I met with council tonight, I'm gonna meet with them two and two, because I can't meet with them as a group, it violates the law. I gave them the ordinance from the law firm. Now they'll look at it, they'll say, this is good, this stinks, this is good, I want this. Once we put that all together, hopefully by the next meeting, or the meeting after, we'll have a package to present to the public.
But there's other 4 or 5 items that are on there for open session discussion.
That was the caucus.
We did that.
The 4 o'clock meeting.
The 4 o'clock meeting. We start off with a caucus meeting, then we open it up, which everybody can come in that room. It's not closed, it's open. And there are just discussion sessions. Matter of fact, several people normally do come in, I guess, okay, they're raising their hands. You're allowed to come in, except when we're in private session.
I just saw it on the internet, that's why I came to the meeting.
Frank, I know you had your hand. You want to come out?
No, I did not, I was
Oh,
just,
I'm
I was
sorry.
just flagging
You're putting him on
this
there.
gentleman, yes.
Anybody else?
I'm sorry, I just wanted clarification on what you said. The public can go into that meeting?
Unless it's the, go ahead, Gene.
When the door is closed, you cannot come in. Usually the meetings start with an executive session, and that is just for certain matters that are discussed only by the council. But during that period between 4 and 5, that only takes a section of that. Then it becomes an open caucus section. The door is open. When the door is open, anyone can come in.
Oh, thank you, I didn't know that.
And people have.
Okay.
And usually when we open the door, if there's people in here, we make an announcement that we say, listen, that we are in public session, everybody's welcome to come back.
Thank you.
Okay, no one else. Okay, Guy.
Okay, I don't have too much. I know we're having fireworks tonight, I heard.
South End.
I hope we get lucky.
I hope so
Yeah, we'll
too.
have a little bit of action tonight. Need it very badly. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the meeting. I think it's great, nice showing.
Thank you. Okay, Aggie.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for coming and pray for sunshine.
Really?
Mike.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and I kind of lost my voice, so besides making a motion, I have nothing else to say.
And his wife told me she's very happy. Penny.
Hi, I want to thank everyone for coming. And also, I'd just like to say thank you to, we had our first, our beautiful, Seaside Improvement Committee had our first fundraiser, which was so successful. And I want to thank our residents and fellow businessmen that donated to us, and the people who came out to have fun with us, their first psychic fair. It was, and in the future, Seaside is moving ahead.
All right.
That's what we got. But thank you again.
Harry.
I'd just like to thank everybody for coming also. Thank you. To the future.
In the future. Back to the future.
And I want to thank everyone for coming. And yesterday was our dog day. People could bring their dogs on the boardwalk, and it was there was a lot of dogs up there. Everything went well, and I just think that's a good thing.
Yes, too.
That it, Lou?
Yeah.
Okay. I have nothing to say, and I'd like to wish everybody a good week, and let's pray for sun. We've got 6 more weeks of summer. Let's hope it goes good for all of us. Motion to adjourn.
We live on the south.